Well, it happens more often than you think. People drive down to Mexico and end up behind bars for carrying items that are illegal in the country, things like firearms or marijuana.
An armed security guard says that happened to him after he made the mistake of missing his exit on the I-5. NBC7's Amber Frias joins us with the details.
Mexico has really strict gun laws, so regardless of whether you have a permit to carry here in the U.S., bringing a gun with you into Mexico is a crime. Rodney Dantzler's family tells me they hope sharing his story prevents others from making the same mistakes.
It's been a long month for Jacqueline Anderson. She says her eldest son was arrested in Tijuana on March 23rd, and she's had zero communication with him since.
My son never intended to go into Mexico. He missed his last USA exit. It was a mistake. It was an accident.
Rodney Dantzler, who works as a private security guard, had just finished a shift when he got on the I-5 and headed to a friend's house in Chula Vista.
My son was driving, excited. He just purchased a new vehicle, and he's going to show it to his friend and missed the exit.
Without realizing it, Anderson says her son ended up crossing the border, loaded with the gun he was licensed to carry for his job.
When the officers approached him, my son asked, "Hey, can I make a U-turn?" They put him over, I guess, to secondary, and he said, "Hey, I'm a licensed security guard. I have a vehicle, my weapon in my trunk of my car."
Anderson says without hesitation, Mexican authorities arrested him.
He's being charged as a criminal for us. He's not a criminal.
In Mexico, it's a federal crime to carry a gun or ammunition.
These are strictly prohibited and exclusive for armed forces. So even if the gun is registered to his name, even if he had a concealed carry permit with him, that wouldn't be valid in Mexico because you would have to have a permit from the Mexican authorities to have that in Mexico.
Fabian Meneses is a criminal defense attorney in Tijuana who has been in touch with the family.
This type of crime is on the list of crimes that are not eligible for bail. He could remain under custody for up to 2 years.
Meneses says this isn't the first time he deals with a case like this.
I would say that most of my clients who are arrested for having guns or ammunition or marijuana are not criminals.
Possessing more than 5 grams of marijuana is also a federal crime in Mexico. His message, don't assume what is legal in the U.S. is legal in other countries. Otherwise, you may end up in Dantzler's shoes, whose family says
He made an honest mistake.
Amber Frias, NBC7.
We reached out to Mexican authorities to ask about the case, but have not yet heard back. Dantzler's case resembles that of Marine Reservist Andrew Tamuresi, who was arrested in Mexico on gun charges, you may recall, back in 2014. He was released 7 months later after U.S. politicians, veterans groups, and social media campaigns all rallied for his release.